Government agencies, nonprofits, and disaster relief organizations are scrambling to assist these communities ravaged by the deadly tornado. Steve Cunanan is the CEO of the Kentucky region's American Red Cross, and he joins us live now for more. Steve, thanks for being with us. So, given the scale of devastation that we're talking about, and as we just heard from Tim McDill, each individual story, what does the mobilization effort there look like for you guys?
Well, Terry, the mobilization effort is significant, and I thank you for having us on to allow us to tell the story. We are in the process right now, from a Red Cross perspective, of mobilizing large disaster operations in actually 4 states. I am actually sitting in Mayfield, Kentucky right now. I arrived here, about 2 hours after the storm. It was still raining. And the damage is absolutely significant. The loss is absolutely significant. The focus of our efforts right now, at least in these initial stages, is going to go ahead and make sure that people have a safe place to stay. As some of your guests have talked about, it's cold out there today, so it's below 30 degrees, and we have to make sure that people have that safe, warm place to stay. There's no power in this community right now. I'm actually about 30 miles outside, and we'll be heading into the area here shortly. And the next thing is that we need food. So we are working with partners. They're national partners, they're local partners. It takes a lot to go ahead and have a successful operation like this. And we do that together with other folks around the region and around the country. The next are critical items. As you mentioned, this happened in the middle of the night. People have nothing. They don't have phones, they don't have medication, they don't have identification, and we're working to go ahead and do that. And then finally, the mental health and spiritual side of this can't be underestimated. People are in shock, they need help, and we have teams on the ground ready to do that.
That is a significant scale of response. Thanks for that. And, we all also think in these instances of the blood donations. We're asked to donate blood during emergency. The Red Cross, I know, is in nearby hospitals. How great is that need right now, do you think?
The need is significant. This is a challenging time of year, Terry, from a blood perspective. People aren't thinking about giving blood. They have their families, they have the holidays, and we need to start to think about that. When I look, you just did a story about the local hospital. Well, there's a lot of trauma. I'm in the disaster zone every day, and people are walking around cut with broken bones. And we're going to be canceling blood drives in some of these areas because there is no place to do that. So blood is extremely important. I'd also add that your financial donations are important. A lot of people want to do something right away. The best thing that they can do to help is make a donation. I drove down here, usually about a 3.5-hour drive. It took me about 6 hours. Access to this area is impossible. We have professionals. We have a team ready to go ahead and provide the need that is in existence right now.
That's a great point, and we will put that number up in a minute. But I finally want to pick up on something you said, Steve, about the spiritual and psychological needs. Our hearts go out when we see this as Americans. We want to pull together. What kind of support in that area do you think these communities need the most? And in some ways, that might be the most intractable problem. You can get bulldozers to clear the streets, and you can bring food in and maybe provide shelter as well. What's the recovery like spiritually and psychologically?
We have teams that are professionals that are able to do that. My own personal experience is people need to talk about this. When I first arrived on scene, it was still raining. And there was a gentleman in a parking lot with a dog and full of mud. I stopped to talk to him, and he wanted to tell me his story. And his story, it has happened in the middle of the night. His dog, who he was with, actually woke him up, and he was able to get to an interior bathroom. From the way he described it to me, he was thrown out of the house, and when he got outside, he looked up. He thought he was going to see damage. He didn't see a house. It was gone. And what I was able to do is get him to the right Red Cross resources. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, of stories like this, Terry, and we need the help.
and Americans will step up. I know they will. Steve Cunanan with the American Red Cross, thanks very much for being with us this morning. Good luck in the work you've got in the days ahead.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.